is Jay, and welcome to my math class. Today we're going to talk about mean, median, mode, range, and standard deviation. When you're working with, I just put a small set of numbers because when we do standard deviation, you'll see that you don't want to do it with a very large set of numbers. And that's why there's a small values. But when you're finding the mean, you add up all of the data and divide by how many there are. This symbol here means to sum or add up. N is your sample size, so in this case, N is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To find the mean, then we'd add these up. 3 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 9 over, there's 5 of them. The top adds to 30 divided by 5, which is 6. So our mean would be 6. Mean is sometimes called average, same thing. Median is the middle number. Since there's 5 pieces of data, the middle is right in the middle, and so in this case it's 6. If there was an even number, take the 2 middle ones, add them together, and divide by 2. Mode. Mode is the one that repeats the most. Notice nothing is repeating. So this would have no mode. Don't put 0 because 0 could be a value. It's just no mode. If one of them repeated more, if there was 3 6s, then the mode would be 6. If there were 2 6s and 2 7s, then the mode would be 6 and 7. So if 2 of them repeat the same amount of times, and that's the most times, that there could be more than one mode. The range is the largest value minus the smallest value, which in this case is 6. So our values range 6 units. Okay, for the standard deviation, you need your x values and you need your mean. These are all different ways of measuring data, but the mean is used when you're finding the standard deviation. It's telling you how far these values range from your mean. And so to find that, the first thing you do is write all your values down. Then you want to take each of these values and subtract the mean, and the mean we found was 6. So we're going to subtract 6. Positive and negative doesn't matter because we're going to square it. But 1 minus 6, negative 5. 4 minus 6, negative 2. Another 4, oh shoot. Now you take it and you subtract your mean. 3 minus 6 is a negative 3. 5 minus 6, negative 1. 6 minus 6 is 0. 7 minus 6 is 1. And 9 minus 6 is 3. But the signs don't matter because notice when we square it, negative 3 times negative 3, 9. Negative 1 squared is 1. 0 squared is 0. So you're just taking each of these values and squaring them. 1 squared is 1 and 3 squared, 9. Then we want to add all of those values up. Because this is our formula for the standard deviation. You need to take the square root, you add up all the numbers. After you subtract them and square them, you add them all up and you divide by n minus 1. So if we add these up, 18, 19, 20, that's nice to 20. So it's 20 divided by, n was 5, because there's 5 of them. So 20 divided by 4 is 5, and the square root of 5 is 2. Going 3 decimal places, this is 2.236. but it depends on how many you need to go. Make sure if you are doing it in parts, do not round until the end. So that's the standard deviation by hand. When it gets large, you want to either use an Excel spreadsheet or a calculator. You can do it in a calculator, and I will put up the same problem, or a larger problem, with the calculator so that you can see how to do it with the calculator. But this is how you would do it by hand. Thank you. I screwed that up. Stop.